When you think of Belgium, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Let me guess. Waffles, chocolate, or beer? We know them for these things, but as you are about to find out, there is so much more to food here in Belgium. Join us at a restaurant called Boury. The owner and the executive chef is Tim Boury. After culinary school, the 18-year-old moved to Brussels and took a position at one of the country's top restaurants, Comme Chez Soi. It was here he fell in love, not with the place, with a young commis de cuisine named Inga Wallace. They would eventually part ways with the restaurant, but not with each other. Tim went on to become the right hand of Chef Sergio Herman in 3-star Oud-Slaus. And Inga made the move to 3-star Hof van Cleve to work alongside Chef Peter Goosens. In 2010, the couple moved to Roeselare, found a small house and set out to create a restaurant of their own. But they could not have done it without family. With the help of Tim's father, they secured financing. Then Inga's family went to work. Renovating the space from top to bottom was a construction company owned by her father and brother. At the end, they had their restaurant. It was called Boury, with Tim in the kitchen and Inga as the lady of the house. The couple soon added more family members to the team. Tim's brother, Ben, came on board to oversee business and HR. And later Ben's wife Judith joined the team to run the social media. Soon after opening Boury, the awards came flooding in. Within a year, they had the first Michelin star. And in 2013, Chef Boury was awarded Flanders Young Chef of the Year. And in 2016, he got Chef of the Year. At this point, the small restaurant was ready to expand. They moved the operation to a renovated 1950s villa, complete with a garden and guest rooms. 2017 saw the new and improved Boury get its second Michelin star. But by 2019, they faced another challenge. They found themselves with a shortage of highly trained chefs. This led to the launch of Boury Academy. It's a 3-month training program that attracts young chefs from all over the world. Also around this time, they started Boury Bottled, a line of fine spirits, liquors, vermouth and beer. In 2020, Chef Boury took his cuisine to new heights. He was chosen to design the menu for business class customers aboard Brussels Airlines. And in 2022, they added a cherry on top, the third and final Michelin star. We arrive at the carefully tended grounds and we are immediately welcomed by managing partner Ben Boury. He leads us to the back garden where the staff are waiting to show us to our table. The men on staff are impeccably dressed in custom-made suits with pocket squares. The ladies are outfitted in striking magenta dresses by Belgian fashion house ONE Michelin. Within minutes, we meet sommelier Mathieu Van Este. He welcomes us with the 2014 Perrier Jouet Belle Époque. It's an excellent aperitif and a beautiful butter and champagne flutes to match. It turns out that today is a national holiday, but here it's business as usual. There are 2 tasting menus to choose from, or you can order à la carte. I choose the signature menu for €295. Next, to stop by and say hi is lady of the house, Inga. She's both down to earth and professional at the same time. Sitting in this beautiful garden in Belgium, I feel like I am in a movie, where the set is perfect and everything is happening with precision timing. On cue, Chef Tim Boury arrives. He is a lovely guy. He serves the first bite and has a little chat with us. The first bite is sweet watermelon with a ponzu emulsion and red oxalis. Ponzu is a Japanese citrus sauce that has a sour kick. I love the combination of flavors and now my taste buds are wide awake. Next are 3 more appetizers. On the left we have fresh cucumber with Granny Smith apple, yogurt and mint. Nice combination, but the cucumber really dominated. I could do with half as much. In the middle is crémeux smoked eel with buttermilk topped with trout roe. Crémeux is French for creamy, and there is no better word to describe it. It was excellent, even though I don't like eel very much. On the right we have a tartlet with gado-gado, an Indonesian mixed salad. This had an interesting flavor, but my favorite was the middle one. We are just getting started, and already I can say the service here is fantastic. Our next appetizer is puff bread, filled with virgin caviar and wrapped in Spanish dry-aged beef. The texture of the meat is amazing. The wine list is a magnum opus, but it's not row after row of trendy wines from famous producers. This list is very clever and wines are carefully chosen. There are so many interesting wines in this list, I need a minute to decide. Our next snack is North Sea crab, with a cream made of corn and a kombucha made of fennel. Super creative presentation, and you can tell a lot of work went into making this a perfectly balanced bite. I'm still working on my wine decision when the next dish arrives. It's a combination of fresh cheese with a cashew emulsion and topped with sumac. It's salty and nutty with a nice consistency. Our last appetizer is a tortellini filled with lamb shoulder, tomato and parmesan cheese with a brown sauce. Our last snack is a warm oyster preparation with champagne and wagyu. This is so good, it might even be my kryptonite. Unbelievable start to this meal. They are pulling out all the stops with this beautiful setting, impeccable service, unique presentation and creative cooking. Just as our wine glass is empty, Inga arrives and leads us inside. We make a quick stop in the kitchen to see the staff in action before being seated in the dining room. Our first course is marinated sea bass with flavors of avocado, sake and celery. Next to it is a taco. You heard that right. I said taco. But this one is filled with marinated sea bass tata and fresh herbs. They got my number with this one. It was a masterclass in flavor balance and acidity. A fresh loaf of homemade sourdough bread with salted butter and olive oil hits the table next. Look at that. Perfection. The next wine is a 2021 Chardonnay from South Africa by producer Crystalline. It's called the Agnes and it gets high scores from the critics for its full and layered palate. Chef Boury is back to explain how he prepares his turbot. It is cooked confit at 62 degrees in homemade butter with fermented citrus flowers. It arrives at our table with French mussel and sauce made of mussel juice and marigold. It's excellent. I asked the server about the plates, and he tells us the chef chooses everything himself and always in white. He likes things to be neat. Our next wine is from California. It's a 2016 One Gris the Cigar Reserve. The producer is Bonnie Doon, known for making unconventional wines. This one is classified as a rosé, but has the color of cider. Very interesting and nice to try. I like it. Our next course is lobster in 4 acts. The first 3 arrive at once. The pretty one is a very fresh and energetic take. Look at this work of art. The second, we are told, has powerful flavors. And the third is the most creative in the form of biscuits. We are encouraged not to eat one by one, but to try some of one, some of another, and so on. It's an adventure of flavor, acidity, texture, and temperature. Our next wine is a white blend from Spanish producer Manden Gil. This wine is unoaked, which means it's aged in stainless steel instead of oak barrels. This aging method is gaining popularity, and they say it allows the true flavors of the grape to shine. The wine is clean and fresh with lively fruitiness. A great choice. Inga comes by the table to chat and give us some backstory on how they ended up here. It's always fascinating to hear the path people take to get to this level. The 4th act in the lobster show arrives. This one is more traditional and prepared with tomatoes and Greek olives. It's equally as dynamic as the others. Again, the presentation is picture perfect. Our sommelier pours our next wine. It's Orvieto Classico Superior 2021 from Italy. This one is a little sweet and is handpicked by the sommelier to complement the next dish. The good stuff. Caviar. This 250-gram tin retails for €675. With it is langoustine and consommé with verbena and zucchini, and finished with a dashy foam. Most of the time, caviar is good on its own, but this is even better. It has an incredibly elegant acid structure, a wonderful aroma and sweetness to meet the salty caviar. Incredible! Hands down, this is one of my favorites. Our next wine is a 2021 German Pinot Noir from the Baden region by winemaker Franz Keller. This wine is elegant with spicy notes. Next is our server's favorite dish on the menu. Sweetbread of Will with sweet onion, fava beans and black truffles. The sweetbread is delicate and creamy, slightly nutty and cooked perfectly. The onions add sweetness and depth, and the fava beans add a fresh earthy note. I can taste why our server likes it so much. I had a chance to talk champagne with the sommelier. When asked what he would drink if it was his last day on earth, the answer was Krug, Claude and Monet. I can easily agree with that. With the main course coming up, it's time for a tour of the kitchen. Boury has a team of 35 people and 18 of them work here, reproducing Chef Boury's delicate food creations to the letter. Out in the dining room, it's all about spectacular service. But back here, it's a well-oiled machine. And now for the main course. Pigeon from the Anjou region of France with duck liver, fermented plum, eggplant and peas. Wow! They saved the best course to the end. The meat is luxurious, incredibly tender with flavor that deepens with every bite. The other ingredients complement it really well. All the bases are covered. It's paired brilliantly with the Southern Rhone red blend from 2018 by Clos Belin. It's dry and slightly acidic with a bold finish. The sommelier keeps things rolling with the wine trolley. It's full of stars from Madeira, specifically from producer d'Oliveira. This is not included in the wine pairing, but I added for an extra 50 euros. The next trolley is cheese. There are so many choices, I decide to try a little bit of everything. Belgium isn't as famous as France or Italy for cheese, but there is a long-standing tradition of cheese making here. I enjoy a selection of hard and soft cheeses from around the country. In the small bowl is a jam made of quince, and next to it is our second taco of the day. This one is filled with date and apple. Everything is top quality here. I love how they broaden our cheese horizons and support local businesses at the same time. Our dessert wine is a Carme du Riosec from 2016. This comes from Southern France, which is famous for high-end sweet wine. This definitely is. Our first dessert is flash blueberries with panna cotta and drops of balsamico. Here they demonstrate careful tweezer work. It looks and tastes exceptional. Our next wine is actually a beer. It's lambic beer. It's made with white yeast and has been brewed here in Belgium since the 13th century. This one is made from sour cherries. Our next dessert pairs perfectly with it. We have 3 preparations of cherry. The first is marinated with elderflower. The second is cherry ice cream made with caramelized milk. The last is a fresh and fruity chocolate with targo. I'm impressed by all of them and can decide which one is best. For coffee and aperitifs, it's back to where it all started. Good music, the sun is out, and you can tell I'm in my happy place. Such a great way to end our meal. Before we go, Inga comes to see us off. I ask her who designed this beautiful garden. Her answer was me. I always know what I want. I don't always get it, but I know it. I like her character. She's a woman who embodies strength and resilience. The total for today is just over 1,100 euros for the two of us. The strength of each member combined to create something truly great. Their dedication and teamwork is beautiful to experience. Combined with ultra-professional kindness in this carefully designed atmosphere, my experience couldn't have been more enjoyable. One of the best experiences I have ever had. And that does it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, hit subscribe. See you soon.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I